Section 61. You are listening at novelfull.audio. The demonic energy on the monster side was overwhelming, filling the sky. The spiritual energy of the cultivators was overwhelming, and the majestic spiritual energy swept the world in an instant. Thousands of cultivators wept blood and tens of thousands of monsters cried in grief at the moment of collision. Then the two sides started a melee. However, there were too many monsters, and they kept surrounding the cultivators. "Fuck, I'm going to fight you," that the cultivator who was besieged by the monster tide roared and exploded directly. Boom. Several loud noises were heard, and the majestic shock waves rushed in all directions. The shock wave generated by the self-explosion overturned thousands of monsters. Even a large number of ants can kill an elephant, let alone a crazy monster. Countless monsters continued to press forward, and immediately filled the vacuum. Warships of major forces also set out one after another. Thousands of warships bombarded the monsters frantically, and the spiritual stones were like flowing water. The spiritual energy shock waves bombarded one after another. Damn humans! At this time, a winged bird monster came from behind and attacked the warship, feeling the powerful momentum emanating from the monster. It's the Monster King. The 8th level Monster King. Damn! How could there be a Monster King here? That the monk on the warship exclaimed. Aren't all the Monster Kings in the main battlefield? Damn it! You don't play in the peak game but only in the bronze game, right? The angry Monster King attacked the warships of various forces frantically. Basically, a claw can smash a large area of warships. At this time, a huge bombardment wave came. Bang! That the 8th level Monster King was blasted into powder on the spot. The Monster King didn't even have time to wail. Everyone looked up. A huge green warship came, covering the sky and the sun. The mighty and huge warship is several times larger than the largest warship of the major forces. The shock wave that just killed the Monster King came from it. It's the warship of Qingyun Sect. The strong men of Qingyun Sect are coming. Shenzong. It's Shenzong. Shenzong's Majesty. A cultivator who knew the warship of Qingyun Sect shouted. Great! The strong men of Shenzong of Lingzhou are coming. All cultivators follow this family master to kill them. The Qingyun warship kept charging and blasting towards the monster tide. Each time was equivalent to a full-strength attack by a saint. It directly sank the land outside the monster forest. Even the space here was shattered. With one blow, tens of thousands of monsters were beaten to pieces, and even the blood was evaporated into air and dissipated between heaven and earth. Fuck. Shenzong is awesome. It's worthy of being the overlord of Lingzhou. After these operations, the Holy Land is nothing more than this in their eyes. Perhaps, Shenzong is better than the Holy Land. It was too shocking. The monster tide they fought hard against was like a paper tiger under the majesty of Shenzong, and it collapsed at the touch of a button. Looking at the entire eastern region, which force can compete with the upper sect? All disciples of Qingyun Sect, follow this saint to kill the monsters. A loud voice came from the Qingyun warship. The gate of the warship opened. Mu Shuixian, wearing an elder's uniform, took the lead and rushed out with a sword. The inner sect elder Luochen followed closely behind. The outer sect disciples of Qingyun Sect also filed out. It's not that they don't want to use the warship to directly deal with them, but the power is too great and difficult to control. The saint's full-strength attack. There are still tens of thousands of cultivators in Lingzhou fighting with monsters below. They will definitely be injured by mistake. Directly kill hundreds of thousands of enemies and lose tens of thousands of yourself. As soon as Mu Shuixian came down, the cultivation of the early stage of the Saint Realm was released. The magnificent sword energy was slashed out casually. In an instant, tens of thousands of monsters were crushed to death. Everyone from the Zhutian Sect, attack. Where is the Dragon Gate? My Tianwu sect cannot fall behind. The 3 major factions and the rest of the disciples followed the 2 elders closely, constantly killing some weak monsters. The elders ignored these monsters, and they could kill them with a breath, so they were naturally left to them. Mu Shuixian continued to slash out sword energy and slaughtered the monsters. Suddenly, she noticed that there were many strong fluctuations in cultivation in the sky above the monster forest. Could that be the main battlefield? Elder Luo, you stay and protect the disciples, I will go over there to take a look. Thinking of this, Mu Shuixian turned to Luo Chen, who was slaughtering monsters, and said, Elder Luo is a strong man in the semi-saint realm, and it is enough for him to stay here to control the overall situation. Contribution points. A lot of contribution points. The disciples found that if they killed a monster casually, the tokens hanging around their waists would automatically absorb the target's beast power and increase the corresponding contribution value. Shurian Novel Transfer Station 299-285-9387. The monsters all over the ground are contribution points, they are resources. Grab them. The outer disciples are even more crazy, the resources are everywhere, these are all necessary things to reach Qingyun. Fuck, Qinghai. Bring my big knife. I want to fight 100. The always gentle Qingyun also threw away the folding fan in his hand and shouted to the Qinghai junior brother of the faction, if you don't do it now, when will you do it? Section 62. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Senior brother, you caught it. After Qinghai finished speaking, he threw a 3-meter-long sword over. Disciples from various major factions, led by their leading senior brothers, frantically slaughtered low-level monsters. It's as if they are anxious about anyone who robs them. The monks on the field were all dumbfounded, missed grass. Forget about the strong men of the Shenzong being fierce, the disciples are all so fierce. Each and every one of them looks like they've been injected with chicken blood. Especially the 2 young men on the west side, kill several 4th-level monsters with fists and fists. Fight with them and worry with you, then I leave. Chapter 53. The main battle. The Holy War breaks out at the same time, above the Warcraft Forest. This is the main battlefield of the war. Here in Lingzhou, 9 ancestors from the Skybreaking realm fight against 10 8th-level demon kings. It has been a fierce battle for many hours. For a while it was still evenly divided, and no one could do anything to anyone. 3 ancestors on the Lingzhou monk side were injured. On the opposite side of the monster beast, one monster's wings were broken. One of the horns on the bull demon king's head was chopped off, and another monster's body was also covered with sword wounds. However, the war here is much different than that of the other 3 continents. Everyone, let's not attack blindly. This will only waste spiritual energy. Once the spiritual power is exhausted, I will stay here today. An ancestor raised his sword and knocked away a demon king, and reminded him with his spiritual thoughts. The spiritual energy in the body is limited, and as time goes by, they feel that the spiritual energy is gradually exhausted. Those monster beasts were different. They transformed one after another and used their huge bodies to consume them. Find their weak points and kill them with one strike. He has discovered the weakness of one of the demon kings, the bull demon king. Its weakness is the 2 horns on its head, which are where its entire demonic essence lies. He had just cut off one of the horns of the bull. It is obvious that the strength of this demon king has dropped significantly. Think of this. He raised his sword and struck at the bull demon king's huge body again. M.O. When the bull demon king saw the monk charging towards it again, he roared angrily and used his horn to push against the oncoming monk. Damn human! How dare you chop off my horns? I'll kill you. Good opportunity. The ancestor saw this silly cow just lowering its head and hitting him with its horn. You stupid cow, die for me. He used his kung fu to mobilize his whole body's spiritual power, and struck hard at the horn with the sword in his hand. Bite. With a sound, the bull demon king's remaining horn fell off. Mao! 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 After several angry roars, he fell down unwillingly. His huge body fell heavily to the ground, and he couldn't die anymore. Hu-ho! The ancestor also took a few deep breaths and spent a lot of effort to kill the cow. When the remaining ancestors in Lingzhou saw this scene, they were greatly encouraged and killed the demon king again. This time I focused on finding their weaknesses. Now it's 9 shattered sky realms fighting against the 9-headed demon king. It would be relatively easy for them to lose an 8th-level demon king. At the same time, not far away in the direction of Tianzhou, a saint from the misty Moon Holy Land was fighting a 9th-level holy beast. The holy beast has transformed, and its huge body spreads out in the air. It is a tiger-shaped holy beast. Roar! It kept roaring. The majestic holy power filled the entire sky. dozens of shattered sky realms fought with many 8th-level monsters. Every collision in the Holy Realm can produce a huge shock wave. Therefore, both Tianzhou and the monsters were far away from them. The residual power of the battle in the Holy Realm is not something they can bear. A duel in the Holy Realm cannot be decided in a short time. Even the losing party cannot be killed easily, and a lot of price must be paid. At the same time, Green Island direction, it was also a saint from the Azure Holy Land fighting against a 9th-level holy beast. This holy beast is extremely powerful. Judging from the aura it emits, it is no weaker than a monk at the peak of the Holy Realm. It's a giant bear in disguise. It violently attacked the saints of Azure Holy Land again and again. This gave the saints of Azure Holy Land a headache. He has only entered the middle stage of the Holy Realm and is no match for this holy beast. When any strength reaches absolute tyranny, all the bells and whistles about outsmarting and so on become like chickens and dogs. He could only keep avoiding the giant bear's attacks and dragging saints to other holy places. Otherwise, we can only ask the Holy Master. In the direction of Huangzhou, the monsters here are the most powerful. The saints and 2 half-saints of Dongxian Holy Land fought against 2 holy beasts, and the rest were the ancestors of various shattering sky realms fighting against dozens of 8th-level monsters. The battle on the Holy Realm side was okay, and it was evenly divided for the time being. Only 2 semi-saints were fighting against a holy beast, obviously struggling to hold on, not on the same level at all. This means that the holy beast has transformed into a huge body, and the 2 of them can still avoid it with their physical advantages. If the cultivation of this holy beast is placed on the monks, the 2 of them have died hundreds of times. In other words, I have countless opportunities to make mistakes, and if you make one mistake, you will die without a burial place. Overall, the monks from the 4 continents do not have an advantage on the main battlefield. If they fail, the fate that awaits the 4 continents is destruction. Just then, Narcissus flew over, direction to Lingzhou. As soon as I came over, I saw 9 skybreaking realm monks fighting against the 9-headed demon king. All of you get out of the way, let me do it. That the 9 ancestors from Lingzhou heard this and attacked the demon kings with all their strength, then quickly retreated. This saint. Section 63. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Very good. The saint from the Holy Land is here. The ancestors looked back, but what he saw was a sword-wielding woman of unparalleled elegance, with a heroic spirit between her brows, and she was wearing a blue-green ceremonial uniform. It exudes a powerful holy atmosphere. Not a holy place. He is a strong man from Qingyun Sect. See. Holy Realm. Shenzong really has a holy realm to take charge. All the ancestors secretly thought in their hearts. They all guessed that there must be a saint in Qingyun Sect, but they had never seen one before. Everyone who personally participated in the encirclement and suppression of Qingyun Sect died. They were extremely sure when news came from passers-by that the Central Territory Tianji Pavilion had sent elders. But they were still killed instantly. Today I finally witnessed the grace of the saint of Shenzong with my own eyes. Lingzhou is also a big state with a holy land. Chapter 54. The sword collects the holy beast, and the empress takes action. He is a strong man in the holy realm of mankind. That the 9 demon kings felt the majestic holy power emanating from Wu Shuixian. They were all suppressed by this terrifying holy power and were unable to move. The huge body also trembled. My lord, will give. Don't wait for the demon king to finish. Mu Shuixian slashed it with a sword. Her face was as cold as ice, and she didn't even blink. The fierce sword energy penetrates the world. The 9-headed demon king was instantly killed by this terrifying sword energy. A few little reptiles dare to threaten this emperor. Although she can only reach the saint realm now, she is still the water fairy empress of the central region, and his cultivation is slowly recovering, and it is only a matter of time before he returns to the realm of the great emperor. When the emperor was angry, the sky collapsed and the earth shattered. Billions of corpses are lying on the ground, and the stars are changing. Mu Shuixian put away her sword and turned to glance at the 9 ancestors. Shenzong, great man. What are your orders? That the 9 ancestors saw Mu Shuixian looking towards them. After witnessing the tragic situation of the 9-headed demon king, they were all so nervous that they stuttered together. Too strong. With one casual blow, all the demon kings they had been fighting with for a long time were killed. You don't have to worry about the main battlefield. Now return to Batian City. Assist the elders of our sect to eradicate the remaining monsters. It's Lord Shenzong, that the 9 ancestors flew towards Batian City in a hurry. This adult's aura is so powerful. I can't bear it anymore. Because if you look at it one more time, it will explode. Mu Narcissus then flew further away. There are fluctuations in the holy realm there, above the Warcraft forest, in the direction of Tianzhou. The saints of Lanue Holy Land are fighting with the tiger-shaped holy beast. The majestic Xingwei collided crazily. Damn it! This saint's sword can't even cut down this evil beast. After this tiger-shaped holy beast transformed, its defense power was almost maxed out. You must know that the sword in her hand is a holy weapon nourished by her own holy source. Although it is a low-level holy weapon, it is extremely sharp, and every sword contains the power of the holy realm. However, the attack on this demonic tiger could only leave a little bit of skin trauma, but it could not make any further progress. But every claw of the demon tiger was extremely sharp, and she had already received one claw. There was a conspicuous blood mark on his back. A monster in the late holy realm? It just so happens that Qingyun Sect still lacks a few gatekeeper monsters. Mu Shuixian, who came over, was thinking secretly, if you give the sect leader a holy beast as a mount, you will be able to get along better in the sect in the future. But can the sect leader like a mount from the holy realm? Thinking of the power of the sect master and the power of the sect, she hesitated again. The strength of the holy beast is not enough. It is almost enough to equip the sect leader with a beast master or an emperor beast. No matter, let's get it back first. Mu Shuixian rushed out with his sword, and with one blow he separated the 2 people who were inseparable from each other. Roar! The tiger-shaped monster roared angrily when it saw another monk coming. Your Excellency! The saint of Lanue Holy Land was startled at first, thinking that another holy beast was coming to kill him. Later, after seeing clearly that the person coming was a woman holding a sword, he asked. However, he immediately saw clearly the words embroidered on the other sect's clothing. Qingyun Sect. The saint of Qingyun Sect. Sure enough, Qingyun Sect really has a saint sitting in charge. Mu Shuixian ignored her and just walked straight towards the tiger-shaped monster. Just leave a cold sentence. You can go. Well. This holy beast is very powerful. Only the 2 of you and I can win. The saint of Lanue Holy Land noticed the aura emanating from the woman, who had just entered the early stage of saint realm. He was a small realm lower than her, and hurriedly rushed forward. I only say it once, surrender or die. Mu Shuixian said coldly to the tiger-shaped holy beast. Then he released the pressure of his divine thoughts from the great emperor realm. Although the spiritual consciousness has not yet been completely restored, its power is less than 1/1000th of what it used to be, but it's enough to deal with these minions in the holy realm. Roar! The tiger heard the woman's words and actually asked it to surrender. Section 64. You are listening at novelfull.audio. It is a majestic holy beast. The holy beast never surrenders. How dare she? Gang roared angrily, wanting to step forward and tear her apart. It felt a terrifying pressure that it had never experienced in this life. The huge tiger body also fell directly from the air, crawling on the ground unable to move. The majestic pressure continued to crush it, and the bones were cracked by the grinding. Master, I surrender. I surrender. If it continues, it will be crushed to death on the spot, he said loudly. Why are there such powerful people in the eastern region? Too strong. How terrible. It began to suspect that Husheng was born. It would have been better to have done this earlier. It was a waste of my time. Mu Narcissus flew down and touched its tiger head. The saints in Lanue Holy Land were shocked. I also began to doubt life. Such a powerful holy beast, the woman's light words and eyes, that's it. Is there any mistake? What a slap in the face. She just said that it takes 2 people to work together to subdue the tiger demon. What is the origin of this Qingyun sect? Why are the strong men under my command so fierce? What? If you don't leave, what else will happen? Mu Shuixian also noticed her. It's okay, it's okay. Holy saint, oh no, I'm leaving right now. Get up quickly if you're not dead. Seeing the tiger-shaped holy beast still lying on the ground pretending to be dead, Mu Shuixian kicked it up. Yes, yes, master. Mu Shuixian rode on the tiger-shaped holy beast and flew to the other side, Green Island direction. The saint of the Azure Holy Land has never had an advantage. He is no match for this giant bear at the pinnacle of the Holy Realm. I was accidentally hit on the shoulder by the transformed giant bear just now. He felt like his whole body was about to fall apart now. As long as no strong man arrives, no one can stop this 9th-level holy beast. While dodging the attack, he was about to use his spiritual thoughts to inform the Holy Lord. Mu Shuixian rode over on a sacred tiger. This demon tiger explained that it also has 3 powerful brothers who can be conquered together and packed away. Eru, why are you with a human monk? That the transformed giant bear saw 1 person and 1 tiger coming over, and then roared. Stupid bear, why don't you come and meet the master soon? What? You actually betrayed the demon clan and accepted humans as the masters. It's such a disgrace to the holy beast. I'll kill you first. Then tear that master of yours into pieces. Coax, the giant bear roared wildly. How dare these 2 tigers betray the demon clan? It is simply unreasonable to let him betray you too. Humph, afraid of you? If you're afraid of you, you're not a good demon. The 2 tigers were about to rush forward and fight with them. Mu Shuixian spoke. Did I let you move? A person at the pinnacle of the Holy Realm dares to claim to tear this emperor to pieces. Mu Shuixian's face turned cold, and the majestic pressure of the great emperor came again. Feeling the pressure from his master, Eru was too frightened to move. The transformed giant bear was violently blasted away by this powerful pressure, fell to the ground, and could no longer move. Me too. I surrender, I surrender. Sensing the terror of this woman, the giant bear said hurriedly, it is truly invincible and can crush it to death with just coercion. Chapter 55. The name of Qingyun shocked the 4 continents. Regarding this scene, the saints from the Azure Holy Land looked on dumbfounded. What happened? Oh, it turns out that the sacred beast was photographed on the ground. Wrong. Holy beast. The extremely powerful sacred beast, the giant bear, was struck by a look or a word from the woman. He was crushed to the ground and unable to move, shouting surrender. Is this still the extremely powerful holy beast just now? You almost broke up with me just now. Take a closer look, see. He is actually a strong man from Qingyun Sect, so terrifying. Mu Shuixian walked to the giant bear sacred beast, kicked it in the head. It's great to have this realization just now. You are as stupid as this Eruzi. Erhuzi. Who named you, so earthy? Just after Mu Shuixian turned around, the tiger-shaped holy beast also followed up and added some help. You stupid bear has made this beast despised by its owner. You really deserve to die. This stupid bear still wanted to kill the beast, but fortunately the owner just took action in time. This stupid bear has rough skin and thick flesh, so it can't be beaten. I was anxious to rush forward just now, just to show my loyalty. At the same time, Warcraft Forest, direction of Huangzhou, the war in the Holy Realm has reached a fever pitch. The majestic holy power shakes the heaven and the earth. Section 65. You are listening at novelfull.audio. The winner has not been decided yet, but the 2 half-saints on the other side are indeed miserable. One of them was unfortunately hit by the holy beast and fell straight down, creating a big pit. It is unknown whether he is dead or alive. The remaining one is still struggling to support, narrowly avoiding the attack of the angry holy beast. 1 is at the peak of the Holy Realm, 2 are in the late Holy Realm, and 1 is in the middle Holy Realm. Seeing the last 2 holy beasts, Mu Shuixian said secretly, the strongest among them is the giant bear. At this time, it was trembling beside her. Hey, that stupid bird and that stupid pig, why don't you come to pay homage to the master? Eruzi spoke again at this time. The remaining 2 holy beasts are the 9-winged bird and the swallowing heaven pig. These 2 holy beasts are also not simple. The 9-winged bird has a trace of phoenix blood, and the swallowing heaven pig also reverts to a little bit of Tautai blood. Relying on this weak bloodline, they can cultivate to the holy realm. You can imagine how powerful those real holy beasts are. Eruzi's words attracted the attention of the 2 people and 2 beasts who were fighting. a woman riding a tiger came from a distance, followed by a giant bear in the Holy Realm. What's going on? Iruzi, Benxiong, why are you two with human cultivators? Greetings to the master. You two betrayed the demon race. Fuck you, you stupid bird, what betrayal is so ugly? This is called the good beasts, what, and live. Qingyun Sect. The saints and semi-saints of Dongxian Holy Land also looked at the newcomers in shock. The strong men of Qingyun Sect subdued the two holy beasts. Go to hell. The nine-winged bird and the swallowing heaven pig were furious when they heard Iruzi's words. I thought Eru and Benxiong were here to help, but they were made to surrender to human cultivators. What about the dignity of being a holy beast? What about the integrity of the demon race? What are you looking at? Hurry up. Do you want to wait for the master to speak? Iruzi kicked the Benxiong next to him and said, this time Mu Shuixian ignored it. This stupid bear had the highest cultivation among the four beasts, so she didn't need to do anything. Oh, I'll do it. The giant bear roared and rushed towards the two beasts. After half a quarter of an hour of fighting, the angry giant bear punched the swallowing heaven pig away and almost tore the nine-winged bird apart. Then the giant bear picked them up one by one and threw them on the open space behind. Simple and neat, effortless, saint of Dongxian Holy Land. Semi-saint, the two holy beasts were solved just like that. This holy beast giant bear is so powerful. What's more terrifying is that all four holy beasts surrendered to this strong man from Qingyun Sect. What's more terrifying is that such a strong man comes from Qingyun Sect. What kind of power is Qingyun Sect? It seems that the sky in the east region is about to change. All the forces in their east region will be shrouded in the power of Qingyun Sect. After all the four sacred beasts surrendered, they roared at the same time, and the demon army retreated to the demon forest. More than half of them had been killed, and after the beast tide, these demons would return to their previous state, and then continue to play the law of the jungle in the demon forest. The four sacred beasts said that the beast tide was initiated by a powerful demon tribe in the central region, and they had to obey. Tyrant City, under the slaughter of Luo Chen, the elder of the semi-saint realm, and the 9 ancestors of the broken sky realm who rushed back, all the demons outside the city were cleared. Fuck. I'm rich. I killed more than 100 second-level demon beasts, and the contribution points are more than 2,000. An outer disciple was shocked. He didn't pay attention to the value on the sect token, but only knew that he had a knife and was madly slaughtering second-level demon beasts. The knife fell, not only him, but all his disciples looked at the value on the token with surprise. They said they were rich. Of course, the two who gained the most contribution points among them are probably Qin Han and Ning Yan. The two of them have been killing 4th-level monsters crazily. It is estimated that their contribution points have exceeded 10,000. Soon, Mu Shuixian came with 4 beasts. At this time, the 4 sacred beasts have all transformed into human forms. Iruzi is a tall and strong man, and Benxiong is even more exaggerated. He is a head taller than Iruzi and his body is like a small mountain. Julink is a girl who looks more than 10 years old, and Tianzhu is an oval with a fat head and big ears. The elder is back. When the disciples saw Mu Shuixian flying over, they shouted, but who are the 4 people behind the elder? 2 strong men, a girl, and an oval. This combination is very strange. Okay, the monster trouble is over. Return to the sect. Mu Shuixian said, and boarded the Qingyun warship. See you to the sect. With a farewell, the Qingyun warship sailed away. After the end of this beast tide, the name of Qingyun Sect spread to the 4 continents at a terrifying speed. The saints of each holy land spread the news. A strong man from Qingyun Sect made the holy beast surrender with just 1 sentence. A look made the holy beast crawl on the ground, so terrifying. What kind of power is Qingyun Sect? Too terrible. Just 1 person was sent to subdue the 4 holy beasts. It was solved without any effort. Too terrible, that the major forces and cultivators in the 4 continents went crazy. Some people even speculated that Qingyun Sect absolutely crushed the Holy Land, and it should be a transcendent power that has not entered the world, a hidden sect. Some people also said that if they could just randomly send 1 person to be so strong, how could that be possible? Qingyun Sect wouldn't have an emperor. In fact, it is a low-key emperor-level sect. People really don't believe this. How could an emperor be possible? Section 66. You are listening at novelfull.audio. If you don't believe it, but they were all shocked by the tyranny of Qingyun Sect. Now it was not just the major forces in Lingzhou that sent spirit stones and resources, the entire 4 continents were frantically preparing resources to send to Qingyun Sect. The talkers from all the major forces in the 4 continents have given strict instructions to their disciples not to provoke or offend the Qingyun Sect, some even wrote this rule directly into the family tree. Many monks are frantically thinking about whether they have offended the Qingyun Sect. Some of the timid ones started to slap their mouths like crazy. I am afraid that I might offend the Qingyun Sect somewhere. If you haven't offended me, it doesn't matter if you draw the wrong one. The main thing is peace of mind. Chapter 56 Summoning Offerings and Manifesting the Holy Dragon Evil. This wave of monsters is related to the life and death of monks on 4 continents. The 4 continents do not have an advantage on the main battlefield. It was all because of the strong men of the Qingyun Sect that they were able to defeat the 4 powerful holy beasts and achieve a complete comeback. There are even fanatical monks who directly worship the Qingyun Sect as a god and liken it to the savior of the 4 continents, place the plaque directly at home. He even kowtows several times every day. Qingyun's name was so powerful in 4 continents that even the 3 major holy places in 3 continents had to temporarily avoid the spotlight and did not dare to compete with it. Even if we look at the entire eastern region, who can compare with it? At the same time, Qingyun Sect, the main hall, Feng Qingyang stretched, wake up feeling refreshed. Although he has reached his realm, the real person realm. Even if you go into seclusion for decades without sleeping, it won't be a problem. Even if you live in inhabitation for 10 years, you won't starve to death. But he still maintained the good habits he had at Blue Star: go to bed late, get up late, eat 3 meals a day. Ding, congratulations to the host for completing the task. The rewards are being distributed, already distributed. Congratulations to the host for getting a silver summoning card. The host has completed the task. The Prestige Value Mall has been opened, and the Prestige Value Lottery interface has been opened. Since the host opens the lottery interface for the first time, the first lottery card will be given as a gift. Because the host opens the Prestige Mall for the first time, I will give away 100,000 prestige points. My lord, pay attention to check the rewards _system message. Oh. The monster tide has been resolved. System rewards are coming. It seems that the wave of monsters sweeping across the 4 continents has been eliminated. Otherwise, the stingy system would not have given rewards in advance. Then Feng Qingyang became excited. If you just woke up in the morning, let's give it a try. The system uses the silver summoning card. Feng Qingyang said expectantly. He hadn't used the summoning card for a while. I don't know how Europe is doing lately. Ding, the silver summoning card was used successfully, being extracted. The extraction was successful. Congratulations to the host for being drawn to the peak of the Manifestation Saint realm to worship the Elder Long Xie. Successful portrayal has been realized. Wu Cao. The European spirit is still the same as before, that the highest limit of the silver summoning card is the peak of the holy realm. This time he finally got it out, but it still couldn't refresh the Qingyun Sect's combat power ceiling. After all, the ancestor at the pinnacle of the Great Emperor realm is there. Sometimes Feng Qingyang would think about what realm would be beyond the Great Emperor realm. Entering the system interface, you will find 2 more interfaces. Prestige Mall and Prestige Lottery. The ways to obtain prestige points are Sect Influence, Sect Deterrence, and Sect Prestige. 100,000 prestige points can be drawn once, which includes treasures from all over the world. What you draw depends entirely on your personal aura, and the system has no right to interfere. Feng Qingyang briefly took a look at the Prestige Mall and Lottery interface. Good guy. There is a dazzling array of things inside, including all kinds of treasures. It is indeed said to encompass all the heavens. It's just that things are hundreds of millions more expensive. Great Emperor Realm made, 1 million prestige points. You deserve to have the battlefield in the hall and the battlefield. Great Emperor Realm Watchdog, 1 million prestige points. That awesome sect doesn't have a Great Emperor level guard dog. The Divine Sword of 10,000 Tribulations, 10 million prestige points. The divine sword was forged after thousands of calamities, and it can kill immortals and gods easily. Zhutian Pagoda, 10 million prestige points. Holding the sky with one hand, pagoda to suppress demons, magic weapon at the pinnacle of the immortal level. Looking at his prestige balance, it's only 100,000. You can only buy junk that even dogs can't stand. For example, this Holy Realm permanent experience card worth 100,000 prestige points, absolutely no value for money, isn't it, because the system makes a profit in the middle? Hey, never mind, while the European atmosphere is still there, strike while the iron is hot. System, use the first draw card. Ding, the first draw card was used successfully. The draw is in progress. Congratulations to the host, thank you for your patronage. What the hell? You're fucking playing with me, that I thought that Ochi was back, so I thanked you for your patronage, and it even congratulated you. Killing someone has to be punishing, right? I still don't believe it. The system will extract it for me again. Feng Qingyang spent the remaining prestige points and chose to draw again. Ding, spend 100,000 prestige points, the drawing is in progress. Congratulations to the host for drawing the Shattered Sky Realm permanent experience card. Big grudge, missed grass. It's better to spend 100,000 prestige points and exchange it in the mall for a permanent experience card of the Holy Realm. I admit that I spoke a little loudly just now, can you please take it back? Section 67. You are listening at novelfull.audio. At the same time, above Qingyun Sect, a figure slowly descended, the momentum of the peak of the manifestation realm followed, the wind and clouds suddenly changed, and the sky and the earth lost their color, thunder and lightning. A man wearing a specially tailored sect uniform of Qingyun Sect descended on Qingyun Sect. His long hair was like a waterfall, and his pupils were clearly black and white. The dark purple sect uniform had an inexplicable sense of high-end, but the expression on his face was extremely cold, as if he was wearing an ice mask. Under the gaze that looked down on everything, the whole person was full of oppression. Even the Ancestor Li Qingyun noticed this scene. If this man was not also a strong man of their Qingyun sect, he would have slapped him away with a palm. Damn, I am not so high profile even at the peak of the great emperor realm. What's going on? A strong man has descended on our Qingyun sect. Yes, look, that the miscellaneous disciples in the sect saw the abnormal sky phenomenon, and suddenly the wind and clouds suddenly changed, and thunder and lightning struck. Then he felt a strong momentum. He hurried over here and saw this scene. I am the elder of Qingyun Sect, Long Xie. After seeing the three characters of Qingyun Sect embroidered on the man's sect uniform and hearing these words, they all dispersed again. It turns out that he is a strong man from our Qingyun Sect. It was a false alarm. Yes, there are really hidden dragons and crouching tigers in the sect. I must work hard to cultivate and become such a strong man. I don't know if this fierce dragon of mine can cross the river. Elder of Worship. How powerful he must be. Qingyun Temple. Feng Qingyang used the permanent experience card of Shattered Sky Realm bitterly. Originally, the worst one could be exchanged for the Saint Realm, so he would reach the Saint Realm. It's all his own fault. The permanent experience card of Shattered Sky Realm was used successfully. Congratulations to the host for obtaining the initial cultivation of Shattered Sky Realm. Chapter 57. Returning to the sect, the holy beast trembled. The cultivation card was used successfully. A powerful cultivation rushed directly into Feng Qingyang's body, the middle stage of the real person, the late stage of the real person, the peak of the real person, the early stage of the broken sky realm. The cultivation level was improved in just a moment, and the cultivation level was solid. Without the foundation of the Lian Qua Shu realm, the foundation was extremely solid, as if it had been polished in this realm for tens of millions of years, and it was perfect. The system's product must be a fine product. Feng Qingyang only felt that the power in his body was tens of thousands of times stronger than before. The momentum was extremely powerful. One punch could break the void. He could easily kill his previous self countless times. In one word, cool. Cultivation is open, and the cultivation level is improved as easy as eating and drinking water. No. He improved his cultivation faster than eating and drinking. Lian Qua Shu realm was just a blink of an eye. he sighed from time to time that he had only been here for more than a month, and he had reached the initial stage of the broken sky realm from no cultivation, combined with his body of the gods of the heavens. It was just a joke to crush the peak of the broken sky realm. Give him some more time, and the supreme emperors and the like will be ants under his feet. 1 foot is enough to step on them. At this time, Long Xie walked into the hall. Long Xie, meet the master. Long Xie, like an ice cube, said respectfully. Well, you will be the worship elder of my Qingyun sect in the future. The peak of the manifestation realm is also enough. Yes, master. At this time, the huge Qingyun worship landed in Qingyun Sect. It's the elders and the outer sect brothers who are back. I really envy those outer sect brothers. This time the monster mission probably requires a lot of contribution points. Well, what's the use of just envying them? We have to work hard and surpass them. Let's go, junior brother Genie Titanium. The errand disciple patted his shoulder and said. He also expressed his understanding of what junior brother Genie Titanium said. Junior brother is just a little bit away from entering the outer sect, so that he can go out with the outer sect brothers to gain contribution points. It's so unlucky. How could junior brother encounter this only thing with a talent of 2.5? They are just born with a little less talent, but their character and perseverance are not inferior to those of the outer sect disciples. You should know that there is no shortage of geniuses on this continent, but how many of them can finally become the strongest? On the contrary, there are many unknown people in the early stage and great success in the later stage. The previous Qingyun patriarch is one of them. He used great perseverance to break through the upper limit step by step in encounters, and finally became the emperor and overlooked the entire continent. The worship landed steadily in the outer sect area. Elder Mu Shuixian and Luo Chen came out first, followed by the 4 transformed sacred beasts, and then the outer sect disciples came out one after another. After everyone came out, Mu Shuixian waved her hand and the Qingyun worship instantly became smaller and was collected by her. Okay, this monster tide trial is officially over. You wait and practice well. This elder will be waiting for you in the inner sect. Calculating the time, the outer sect ranking has been open for a month. Halfway through the time, there is still 1 month until the ranking is finalized, and then there will be 10 inner sect disciples. She, the inner sect elder, can play a little role. I believe that this month's ranking will definitely be several times more intense than last month. After all, there are only 10 places. Yeah. Finally I have contribution points. Now I can exchange for things from the sect, that they are eager for the good things in the sect's Kung Fu Hall and the Pill Hall to enhance their strength. There was no contribution at all before, and they didn't even have a chance to see it. I can only imagine how to spend a large amount of contribution points. Senior brother, seeing how excited you are, I guess you have made a lot of contribution points this time, right? Hee, this is the number. The disciple smiled and held out 3 fingers. Section 68. You are listening at novelfull.audio. 3,000. You've made a fortune, senior brother. Hee, lucky, he said it was so easy, but only he knew the hardship. He fought hard to kill 100 second-level monsters and 10 third-level monsters. He got so many contribution points, and his knife was even blunt, but he was reluctant to change it. So there is no such thing as overnight fame, and one day's success is all earned through hard work, except for hanging on the wall. Then let's go, senior brother, let's see what we can get. Looking at the 4 holy beasts, he once again doubted his life since he entered Qingyun Sect. Where is this? Could it be that this beast has come to the fairyland? Stupid bear, slap me quickly and see if this beast is dreaming. Eru took a breath of spiritual energy, and felt that the beast source consumed in his body was directly restored by 1/3. This is true. This beast has never seen such a place in his life. Me too, that the giant bear said, and slapped the holy tiger in the face. For this small request, it must be satisfied. Not only has it never seen such a world, even the outrageous hobby of the holy tiger has never been seen in this life. Eru was beaten and grimaced, but he didn't care about it. No matter how bitter it was, he had to swallow it. Shocked expressions filled the faces of the 4 holy beasts at the same time. It is worthy of being the master's sect. It is so powerful, I am afraid that those big monsters in the central region will have to bow down in front of such a big sect. Thinking of this, they are more determined in their hearts. What's wrong with surrendering to human monks? What's wrong with betraying the monster clan? If you don't accept it, you can try to face such a big sect. Even if the big monster comes, it will be trampled to death. Let's go, Elder Luo. It's time to report to the sect master. After Mu Shuixian finished speaking, she turned around and looked at the four holy beasts again. Don't offend the sect master, otherwise the four of you will die without a burial place. Even if the demon emperor comes, he can't save you. Did you hear me? Mu Shuixian thought of the powerful divine thought that crushed her on the day she first joined the sect, and the 6 words that appeared in her sea of consciousness. If you dare to offend again, you will be killed. Just thinking about it now makes my back cold. Even if the demon emperor comes, he can't save us. Is there a great emperor sitting here? Fuck. After hearing what Mu Shuixian said, the 4 sacred beasts were shocked. Yes, 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 we absolutely dare not. Then the 4 sacred beasts said tremblingly, the master is so powerful, but he is only an elder. How powerful must the master of such a sect be? Even if they are given 10,000 courages, they dare not bump into him. The master of the sect can probably crush them to death with just one finger. There is a powerful emperor sitting in the emperor sect. I guess these little reptiles can blow themselves to death with a breath. Chapter 58, Holy Beasts who do miscellaneous work, and their contribution points are endless. Qingyun Palace. Mu Shuixian and Elder Luo Qin came in after reporting, followed by 4 trembling transformed holy beasts. Master, the monster tide that swept across the 4 continents has been eliminated. The outer disciples have also completed their training and returned safely. My Qingyun sect has lived up to everyone's expectations and is famous in the 4 continents. Mu Shuixian said respectfully first, then he looked at the master in the main seat. The master closed his eyes and rested, not caring about what she said at all. Yes, the master's means are all powerful and must have known it long ago, planning and strategizing, overlooking all living beings. Is this the master's means? At this time, several of them noticed at the same time the man standing aside and watching them quietly. What a strong momentum. But why is this person so cold? He stared at them quietly with his black and white pupils, and his frosty face had no expression. It turns out that he is the elder of my sect. After seeing the man's sect uniform clearly, Mu Shuixian and Luo Qin thought to themselves, the 4 sacred beasts were not only trembling, but also so scared that their legs were weak. They almost fell to the ground. They had been keeping their heads down since they came in. This sect is as powerful as the master. Any one of them can beat them. They felt that the man's momentum was extremely powerful. If they wanted to kill them, it would be a matter of just a move. Master, these 4 are the 4 sacred beasts that launched the beast tide. Look. Seeing that the master had been resting with his eyes closed, Mu Shuixian said again. Master, don't scare us. Their little hearts were pounding with fear, they were stunned for a while. Why don't you pay homage to the master? Seeing that they had been keeping their heads down and were unmoved, Mu Shuixian said with a sharp look in her eyes. Little beast, meet the master. 1 is at the peak of the holy realm, 2 are in the late holy realm, and there is 1 in the middle holy realm. Hearing this, Feng Qingyang opened his eyes and looked down. The 4 holy beasts turned into human forms, 2 burly men, 1 young girl, and 1 who looked like Zhu Wuning. The system interface flashed in his pupils, and all the information of these holy beasts was revealed. Raise your heads. Why are they all trembling with their heads down? Is our sect so scary? Yes, yes, yes. Sect master. It was you 4 who started the beast tide and wanted to sweep across the 4 continents. Sect master, it's none of our business. It was a powerful demon tribe in the central region that asked us to do this. We were forced to do this. When the 4 sacred beasts heard this, they were so scared that they crawled on the ground and trembled. Central region. Demon tribe. Chapter 69. You are listening at novelfull.audio. It can also involve the demon clan in the central region, so it seems that there must be some conspiracy. Feng Qingyang thought for a moment and thought to himself. They are just some little reptiles. With me, the Qingyun Sect, in charge, what kind of waves do we want to make? Okay, I think you are also forced to do this, and I don't bother to argue with you. However, death penalty can be avoided, but living crime cannot be avoided. The four of you will do odd jobs in this sect from now on. The two strong men among them looked very strong at first glance. If they wanted to carry water, carry dung, etc., they would definitely be very efficient. As for the mountain guardian beasts, gatekeeper beasts, etc., they are not powerful enough, at least they need beast masters, right? Thank you, sect master, that the four holy beasts hurriedly said respectfully in unison, just do some chores, okay? Great. Not to mention doing chores in such a holy land of immortals, I am full of motivation every day when I pick up manure. Fortunately, the sect master didn't bother to argue with them, because they were little people who couldn't get into the sect master's eyes. The four beasts finally felt relieved. Okay, you all go down. Feng Qingyang said, and then began to close his eyes and rest. I'll take my leave soon. Mu Shuixian, Luo Chen, Long Xie, and the four holy beasts all retreated after hearing this. After they all went out, Feng Qingyang opened the panel. Master, Feng Qingyang, Realm, Early Stage of Broken Sky Realm, Disciples, Lin Bai, Shi Hao, Hua Qingyu, Physique, Divine Body of All Gods. The strong men of the sect, Ancestor Li Qingyun, the peak of the Great Emperor Realm, the Guard Elder Wang Xian, the peak of the Shattering Sky Realm, the outer sect elders Yi Bai, Mu Tian, and Mu Feng, the peak of the Shattering Sky Realm, guarding 5 people. Inner sect elder Mu Shuixian has entered the Holy Realm. Luo Chen is a half-saint. Law Enforcement Hall elder Luo Wudao has entered the Saint Realm, and Kung Fu Hall elder Nye Hailong has entered the Holy Realm. Holy to the elder Long Xie, the peak of the Holy Realm, and the 4 holy beasts, the 9th level holy beast. Sect, Qingyun Sect, Level 1, 9500/10,000. No way. The sect value is only increased by 500, that he remembered that it was 9,000 last time, and he thought that such a big move this time would be enough to upgrade the sect to the 2nd level. The result was only 500. The further you get to the back, the less you get. This dog system. This is really unreasonable. Ignoring these for now, I checked that there is currently a main mission and a side mission that have not been completed, famous in the eastern region. Recruit a genius disciple. Damn it, I get angry just thinking about it. Our Qingyun sect is so awesome, yet it's still not completed. 3 of the holy places have already fallen to their knees. Do they have to overthrow all the holy places to become famous in the eastern region? Feng Qingyang secretly thought about whether he should let his ancestor take action directly and crush them. As for the genius disciple, he had his own plans. This kid can be considered a talent in alchemy, so he can just go to the alchemy hall and become an ordinary disciple. Now it is no better than before. The sect has become stronger, but we dare not accept anyone as a direct successor. No matter how genius you are, it's all in vain. Even if the emperor comes, you have to lower your head and shout for Master Xing to let him go. At the same time, the outer gate area of Qingyun Sect, all the disciples were chatting happily. The sky is exceptionally blue today, even the air is sweeter. I hate you. Everyone has a smile on their face. Why? Just make some contribution. If you can't spend it all, you can't spend it all. After they returned to the sect, they immediately went to the mission hall with their tokens. After the elder checks and wipes out the response contribution points, you can exchange them for corresponding things. A 2nd level elixir costs 6,666. Number 999. Only 33. A 3rd level elixir costs 9,999. Don't 888. Only 88. The brothers rushed to buy the pills like crazy, and after all the pills were wiped out, the pills would be replenished immediately. Fortunately, there is a lot of inventory, and there are many high-level elixirs and holy elixirs, but these outer disciples can't use them now. Thanks to Shi Hao that time, Lin Bai and the others did a lot from the secret realm. When Feng Qingyang saw this scene, he called out to the alchemist without delay. Weapon refiners also have to hire, rob, a few, the maid also has to, ahem, no need for this. Chapter 59, If you work hard, you can redeem the skills. The four sacred beasts walked out of Qingyun Hall with lingering fears and were assigned to work, fortunately. I was still nervous from the first step out. They were afraid that the sect leader would punish them again in the name of stepping out with their right foot first when they left the palace. Feng Qingyang, this sect is true to its word. Do you dare to question this sect? Drag it out and chop it. Under the bright sunshine, a gentle breeze blew. It blew the hair of the four holy beasts who were busy, a tray in one hand and a broom in the other. Don't care about worldly affairs, just focus on doing odd jobs. At the same time, Qingyun Sect, Mission Hall. The Mission Hall has now dispatched the outer sect elder Mu Feng to temporarily take charge of the affairs, with 4 deacons under his command. Since there is no elder from the Mission Hall yet, the elder from the outer sect can only take over first. The Mission Hall was really hot during this period. The magnificent palace is majestic. The 3 words Mission Hall are engraved on the plaque. This can be regarded as an indispensable building for Qingyun Sect. If there are any needs or other needs within the sect, tasks will be posted directly there, and then the disciples will complete the tasks and obtain the sect's resources. This creates a virtuous cycle. Both the sect and the disciples will become stronger and stronger. At this time, many outer disciples have gathered outside the hall. How did you spend your contribution points? Don't say it, I can't spend it all, I can't spend it all. Well, it's because our realm is too low, otherwise we would have used up 1 or 2 high-level pills. The so-called high-level pills are holy pills. Pills that can only be used in the holy realm. The holy pills contain huge energy and the power of the holy source. Let alone let them take a small pill, even smelling it has great benefits. However, the holy pills in this sect are really conscientious. They can be exchanged for only 5,000 contribution points. What concept? You can't buy them in the outside world with 50 million spirit stones. Section 70. You are listening at novelfull.audio. A pill is hard to find, but this has nothing to do with them for the time being. This is probably all prepared for the elders. Only the elders or above have that strength. Brother, what did you change? A 3rd-level Yunling pill and 2 qi condensing pills. These 2 elixirs are very suitable for me now. I will go on practicing and refining the elixirs, and try to get a good ranking in the outer sect rankings. He has just broken through to the golden elixir realm, and these 2 elixirs can quickly stabilize his foundation. Oh, I'll go take a look too. I also want to change some elixirs. I can't embarrass the sky-exploding sect on the day when the rankings are finalized. After saying that, the disciple walked into the mission hall. The huge mission hall was packed with people. In the middle is a huge mission panel, but at this time, with the end of the Monster Tide mission, there are not many missions left. The rest are tasks assigned by some disciples, begging for a senior brother to teach me the 2nd level of Qingyun Immortal Technique, 500 contribution points. The first move of Qingyun's Thunder Palm is still not very proficient in understanding. Can any senior brother explain it? 500 contribution points. Does anyone know how to pass the 21st floor of the trial tower? This illusion is torturing me to death. 800 contribution points. Do you want to explore the secret realm together? Come quickly. 10 contribution points. Is there any senior sister? Basically, they are some tasks related to cultivation. After all, everyone is very talented and will not miss any opportunity to improve their strength. On the other side of the hall. Elder, how many contribution points can be exchanged for the martial arts and martial arts in the sect? I have already mastered a little bit of Qingyun's Thunder Palm, and now I am in urgent need of some physical and martial arts skills. Yeah. As one disciple asked, a group of disciples also followed suit. Too many skills don't overwhelm the body. The most indispensable thing now is contribution points. Consumption is over. The exercises and martial arts are exchanged for 10,000 contribution points. Elder Mufeng's words extinguished the anxious fire in their hearts. 10,000 contribution points. Sigma, not enough, completely not enough. If you want to redeem it, you can only have a few disciples fight for it. This is called resource sharing and win-win cooperation. It would be better if I could pay in installments. Elder, I want to redeem a copy of martial arts. At this time, Qin Han walked in from outside the hall and said, he has already mastered the immortal method to a small extent, and now he is in urgent need of a magic method, although there are countless great emperor's methods in his mind, but the kung fu is immortal technique, the martial arts is immortal technique, and the body technique is the entire great emperor technique. Can you take action? Can you get on the stage? Ever since he came to Qingyun Sect, his eyesight has become higher unknowingly. Senior brother Qin Han, what a coincidence. Elder, give me a martial arts book in exchange for it. Ning Yan also walked in and greeted Qin Han. Even if he refuses to accept it, the two have the same talent, but they are stronger than themselves. He holds the #1 spot on the leaderboard, beating his second-place challenge multiple times. Do any of you want to redeem your exercises and martial arts? If you want to redeem, come to this elder to sign up. In the end, besides Qin Han and Ning Yan, there were 10 outer disciples who were pushed out. Qin Han and Ning Yan's contribution points are sufficient. They are both high-level and powerful. In the tide of monsters, many 4th-level monsters were slaughtered, which was a huge profit. The rest is just a matter of fighting and fighting. 10 people exchange 10 different books, and then everyone can practice 10 different exercises by sharing them. It's all about scheming, Elder Mufeng said after crossing out the corresponding contribution points on their tokens. You follow me and go to the Kung Fu Hall. Remember, each person can only choose one book, and it cannot exceed 1 hour. There is also a sect law that cannot be passed on to others, otherwise you would also know the sect rules. On the way there, Elder Mufeng gave instructions to the disciples. Finally we arrived at the entrance of the Kung Fu Hall. The Kung Fu Hall is even grander and grander than the Mission Hall, and its momentum and luck are soaring to the sky, which is simply breathtaking. 2 sacred beasts are carved in front of the door, green dragon on the left, white tiger on the right. The carvings of the 2 sacred beasts are so vivid that they seem to have come alive. The disciples saw that there was a pair of domineering couplets hanging on the left and right sides, which read, all the immortal magic of the heavens is hidden, and the universe can be read. Everyone is shocked by this courage. Hidden all the immortal magic. Could it be that everything in the sect's Kung Fu Hall is just immortal magic? Qin Han said to himself in shock. Elder Mufeng asked the disciples to wait at the door, and he went in first to report. Elder Nye, these disciples are all people who want to redeem their skills. I have already crossed out their corresponding contribution points, and now it's time to choose the exercises. He said respectfully. This elder knows, let them come in. Do you understand the rules? Since the Gongfa Hall has elders in charge, it has become more and more formal. Not everyone can enter, and not everyone can choose at will. This is an important place for the sect, so there must be rules. Under the greeting of Elder Mufeng, everyone walked in step by step with excitement. Wait a moment. This elder has said that no matter who you are, you must abide by the rules. How dare any of you break the rules? Nye Hailong scanned them and finally stopped his sight on Ning Yan. Chapter 60. I want to join too. Ning Yan was stared at by the elders, as if he was falling into an ice cave. An invisible pressure came directly at him. He only felt that although the elders in the Gongfa Hall in front of him did not release their momentum, he felt full of oppression. What's going on? Why are the elders staring at Senior Brother Ning? Is Senior Brother Ning the one who broke the rules? But didn't Senior Brother Ning come in with them? They were all watching him under their noses, but they didn't see him do anything. The brothers only dared to wonder in their hearts. You go out and wait first.